in my opinion, the subject controversial marketing itself is a very controversial.
Hello and welcome to the Honest Talk by Freak Folks. I'm Harsh Pandey. For this particular session, our guest will be Mr. Rajiv Narang sir. He's a transformation consultant in the domain of sales and marketing, and in his career spanning 3 decades, has helped building many brands in diversified industries and has mentored, trained, and inspired thousands of salesperson. He founded Brand Budge Integrated Marketing Solution, Next Level Training Workshop, and Arogyale, a platform to promote health in schools through Ayurveda. So, first of all, sir, I welcome you to in this session. Thank you so much for joining and acting to share your thoughts with us.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you for inviting me to your honest talks. I hope I am able to be honest during this talk and we take it to the interesting mode forward.
Thank you so much, sir. That's really kind of you. And I'm sure this conversation will be going to be interesting with you. So, moving to the topic of today's session, which we have chosen is controversy as a marketing strategy. To stay afloat in the multifaceted world of digital marketing, your content need to be make an impact. With more and more businesses investing in their digital strategy, this is becoming a challenge. Brands must come up with a unique and memorable ideas to break from the clutter and leave a lasting impression on consumers. There are many routes to take here. One of which is controversial marketing. So my very first request to you, kindly explain our viewers what is controversial marketing and most importantly, on to which level it can go.
All right, so interesting one. So in my opinion, the subject controversial marketing itself is a very controversial term. Yeah, but for a simple reason, because we don't know whether we are choosing a controversy to market ourselves or we actually market ourselves and get stuck into some controversy and we become a victim of a controversy. So that is why we need to really understand whether it is a strategy or whether it is an outcome. So that is what I believe is so. So you rightly said that controversy. There is a lot of clutter in the market. The digital space, everybody is looking for attention, and we are living in an attention deficit world, and automatically everyone is trying to vie for the attention of the consumer. Now, what happens in this case is because everyone is trying to do that, shock therapy is something which comes in as one of the areas. However, I would not see controversial marketing as something similar to shock treatment, because that is a different way of creative working. People use controversies as a subject to talk about is because they want to take a stand. So let me say it differently. So when you want to say there is a social debate going on and you want to take sides, if at all, you use that as a statement making process, and then you create a communication around that, a campaign around that, and then share it with the world. However, if you really want to do, just a tactical working and you want to say, okay, sab log baat kar rahe hain, main bhi kar leta hu, so that is more of a moment marketing kind of a thing. It is not something as a controversy. So it be very important for us during this conversation that we identify the difference between a controversial marketing as a strategy. And when I say that people choose to do that, it is more on a serious business. Can I give you an example on this one?
Sure, sir. I think that will be great.
Yeah. So let me say it like this. So we all know that when Donald Trump was the president of USA, he had a very particular way of approach towards the immigration policy. However, when Airbnb actually did their campaign, they did a campaign called We Accept. All right. So they ran a campaign which said We Accept, which is a direct remark on immigration policy of Mr. Trump. And so the ad actually mentioned about how they were accepting everybody in the whole system, and it was like they were open for that. Now, what was very important in this is, while they were making a statement vis-a-vis the Trump's policy on immigration, they were also taking a stand that they were very open to pluralism and they were very open to acceptance of everyone. And that is so close to their brand itself, right? So that is a kind of an example, I would say, that when people choose to, create a campaign around that, which the subject could be controversial, and therefore they are taking a stand over there. I mean, I remember Gillette also doing a, kind of a toxin masculinity campaign when it was all hashtag Me Too going on. So they picked up that subject and created a campaign. That's a different matter. How it actually gets an effect and how it really gets stuck into another controversy. That's another story. But that's how the controversy actually, the people are using controversy as a subject and as a strategy.
Indeed, sir. I think you have very smartly explained, and I'm sure the viewers, those who are watching, they are surely going to find us insightful. Sir, my next question to you is, controversial marketing stunts are certainly a gamble, as I understood from your previous answer. But as they say in businesses, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. The secret is to find sweet spot between the being edge and purposeful. So my question to you is, or it's a kind of again request to you, please explain, in your opinion, what are the pros and cons of marketing strategy of this kind of marketing strategy, and it will be great if you could give us any example of both of it.
Okay. So when I talk about the pros and cons, and I think before that I'll have to give you a couple of questions. I mean, some examples to really understand the differences, and I think that will make life very easy for the viewers also as you move. If you remember, there was an advertisement of a Holi campaign of Surf Excel. If you remember, so there was this girl who's on a cycle, and then she's making her way and playing Holi with others, running fast, and then ensuring that his friend, who's a Muslim friend, is actually goes for the namaz. Now, this is a very pure thought, very humanity-oriented thought, and I don't think very strongly, I'm saying that the marketeers or the brand managers of Surf Excel would have thought that they are creating a controversy or they are using controversy as a subject for marketing, right? They were making a very polite message towards harmony. However, it got stuck into a major controversy. So as I said earlier, I don't think it was chosen as a strategy for controversy as a marketing strategy, but that is where it got stuck, right? Similarly, when I talk to you about, say, Gillette, it also didn't get a very good response. It really was stuck. Also, I would like to give you another example where I'm sure people were dying and desperate for attention, and therefore they created a campaign where you are aware of this brand called Pharmeasy. Pharmeasy is an online delivery of medicines. Now that is what they did. Now they created a campaign based on Ramayana, correct? And they had created a scenario where Lakshmanji has fainted because he's waiting for the medicine, and that is the time when Hanumanji actually brings in the jadi booty, right? Now that is what the moment he's talked about, and then the sadhu in the ad says ki jaiye ab lekar aiye, ab jadi booty lekar aiye, and the delivery men of pharmacy come, and then they say itni dur jane ki zarurat kya, aapko yahi mil jayegi. Now ये बड़ा interesting concept. This is something which is interesting concept, and we've seen mythological stories being used with a dash of humor and used for advertising. But during this times, this was not really taken well, and they had to really pull it back. If you notice that particular point, I don't even know that they were not really getting into a controversy strategy for that matter. However, they were very much sure, and I'm sure they should have been sure that this could lead to controversy. It could lead to, I would not say that it will surely, but it could lead to. Another example, and why I'm giving you multiple examples is because this is going to define the pros and cons for us. Because if you're choosing to do a campaign based on a controversy, it has a different impact. If you are not choosing to do that, but then there is a problem that you see that might happen later, you better know what we intend to do. There was another ad last year during the lockdowns, and when the keyword and everything was around the pandemic and the infections and everything. There is this very famous brand, Kent, who's into RO systems. They also have a product category, Atta Maker. So they ran a campaign which says the housemaid could have infections in her hand. Now that is something stupid. Because it's honest talk, I'm saying it right away. And it's so stupid that during those times when everything was absolutely emotionally disturbed, how could a sensible brand come out with something like this, right? So they had to pull out, they had to apologize, and it really got backlash. People were, I mean, this was in a very, very bad taste. Correct. While the housemaids were actually losing their jobs, that they were not allowed to come to for the place of work, and this is exactly what people were asking for. No, not really. I mean, this is not something which would have worked. And so what is again the situation here is, I'm sure nobody applied their mind while making it, but then they didn't choose to have controversy as a subject for marketing strategy. So when we come to pros and cons, when you were saying controversy market, let's redefine controversy marketing all over again first. So this is where, when you are saying there is a social issue which you are worried about, and then there is, see, every brand has a role to play. When they do a communication, when they do advertising, what do they intend to do? They intend to strengthen their brand. They want to strengthen their brand positioning. They want to strengthen their brand values, and that is exactly what they want to project to the world, right? So they actually want to relate to such subjects which could be controversial. Definitely there would be two opinions, two sides to it. It will be very much a debatable kind of a thing. So automatically there were two opinions, and they are kind of showing where they stand, right? So that is what it happens. So when we talk about pros and cons, while when you get related to a social cause like that, or a social issue like that, of course it gives you very quick awareness. It really strengthens your position. That's definitely a pro. It definitely comes at a much lower cost, because it's more about sharing, it's more about word of mouth. People start talking about it, there is a buzz around that subject, and therefore they would say, अरे देखो इस brand ने ऐसे बोला, या the opposite, यार बहुत अच्छा बोला. So that way if you see, there is this whole idea about that it's a word of mouth, and it's a sharing on social media. And a very interesting thing, the shelf life of this campaign actually is much longer, because what goes on social media stays there. So at a very low cost, you can actually get an amazing reach to people, and that is why it really makes sense. And also the target audience that you want to talk to, they really get connected. And you have to be, of course, you have to be very sure of that the targeting is very clear. You have to be very sure of that what are you talking about really makes sense to them. So that is very, very clear, and it really can reach out to the target audience in a very short span, and very effectively, and it reassures the brand values. On the other side of the coin, the simple, you rightly said, I mean, more the risk, better it is for business. But at the same time, the risk of backlash, it might backfire, and especially the backlash, even to the extent of litigations could be there. People would just stand up and raise public PILs would be there, and people would say that you don't belong to India, whatever it will happen. So those kind of things are a big risk for that, and it could actually the target audience you really are talking to are the ones who kind of don't appreciate what you're doing. At times it completely backfires. I mean, for example, when brands like I have read this, brands like Dove, Nivea have made some futile efforts to talk about some subjects which actually took them to the scope, the space of in the space of being the racist, all those things. So there's also a brand called Protein World. So their advertisement would say that, is your beach body ready? Now it really led to a body shaming kind of a controversy. So one has to be very, very careful that what is the subject that is choosing for. But definitely a negative for that definitely is that one has to be ready for, and there is a huge chance that you will get backlashed. That is very, very important. So those are the two things. Of course, as a pros, if everything goes well, your business increases.
Correct, sir. So as we are discussing about this, and I think I must take this one also. Last year we have seen the ad of Tanishq from the House of Tata. They were showing the baby shower. Correct. And I think the idea they have presented is really great, but it ended up becoming the most controversial one. So, sir, but they have taken later their ad back. So, sir, my question to you is how to stand with your idea if you are means supporting any kind of thing. Then how to stand with this in this controversial journey?
See, this is very disheartening actually. What happened with Tanishq Ekatvam ads? Two ads pulled out in a month. I think it's very disheartening for the the advertising and the marketing fraternity. And imagine if something can happen like this to a brand like Tata's, what will happen to the small guys? What kind of stand are we talking about? How can people think of even getting into controversy marketing as a subject? So I would say it like this, that these are tough times. This clearly indicates where do you belong. And I don't know whether when Tata actually takes it down, what the stand that they're taking is, yeah, we don't want to get into controversy.
Correct.
How much ever unfortunate it is that and disheartening it is that it had to be pulled out. But then Tata is also taking the stand, because that is also kind of values that Tata has been with, that they are sober people, they're polished, they're sophisticated. They will not get into a debate, online debates of किसने क्या कहा कब कहा गया. That is exactly what I mean. A true industrialist, a corporate house it is. So I think that is how they took the stand. But how to really go ahead and handle something like this, I don't know, because these are tough times. When I mean, it's very simple. As I said, it itself is a very controversial term. If I'll end up saying over here that, I mean, how can somebody even say that this is to do with Hindu Muslim thing and all that? I mean, this is a simple, polite. The second ad over there, I mean, forget the baby shower one, where because there were two religions were being talked about. The second ad, which where only one person talked about that I would not burst crackers, has been taken against that again, because some of these actors playing the role were not from the same. Amazing. So these, as I said, these are tough times. How to take a stand on this? I think whoever can and continue to talk should continue to talk. People will say something, people will not say something. How much ever you want to kind of stand with that, please do that. But then we know that one thing is for sure, that the large corporates are facing this, but it's only the large organizations who can take a stand like that. I don't think any small organization can even dare to think like that and to even do like that. As of today, India is not ready for it.
Correct.
India's social political scenario is not allowing any such kind of controversial marketing be taken as a marketing strategy. Clear.
Indeed, sir. And sir, also one more question which comes here is that about 40% of the world's population, or nearly 3 billion people, are active on social media network. Marketing via these
Right.
networks is naturally critical for any organization selling products, services, either locally, regionally, or nationally, or across the globe. But it has one negative side too, as communication become two-way when you do social media marketing, which is called social media trolling. So my request to you, please share some tips how the organization must handle these kind of negative comments and social media trolling about the brand, because what we have seen is that generally now if we compare the private sector as well as public sector, they are very much means active on the social media platform. And if suppose that if you report any kind of complaint, any kind of tweet, then there is a chances that they will surely take this issue into consideration.
We are living in a jungle. We are living in a jungle of communications. I think what we need to do is focus on what we are supposed to do. That is, what is the life that we have chosen to live for the brand. I'm not saying it's the sadhu sant wali bhasha nahi bol raha hu. It's from the point of view of that there is a role that a brand has to play. There is a role that, as I said, there is a value that somebody has. There's a position that somebody has to take. Uh, Trolling is something which is, I mean, so anything that you're doing on social media, I'm sure there will be reactions. It's as simple as saying, when you make a manufacturer product and give it in the market, there is always a chance of 0.01 to 1% to whatever is the percentage, that there will be some people who will not like it.
Correct.
Or there will be a problem. So you can only try and optimize the situation. You can try and see that how your negative remarks are not there. But if you choose to keep responding to them, I think you'll fall prey to I don't know what all. I mean, this will be crazy. So as I said, there's a difference between on a personal level when you are doing some conversations. Is it between that and of course when a brand is doing that. Brand, as all marketeers, and I respect that, that every brand is trying to create a position, right? And they know their values that they stand for, and they know the boundaries, and they know to what an extent all of this can be converted into a communication. I think they have to keep moving, they have to keep walking, they have to keep communicating their message in this. They can't change the environment on the on social media, and also the kind of messaging which is going on. It is such a mixed bag. It is not something. So everybody is not talking about your brand or your category. Everybody is talking about their brand and their category and whatever interests them. So what we are talking is, that is where the targeting is to be very, very right. How, what you are saying, and to whom you are saying, and when are you saying, and at the same time, one has to be absolutely clear about the current social political scenario. उसके बिना नहीं चलेगा. I mean, this is not a subject of of India, not an example of India. But then I remember I had read it somewhere. So when Tide, the Tide was launched, the detergent powder in Gulf countries. So they thought, like, because there's a language issue, let's not use words. We only use pictures. So they created the billboard, and on one side they had a picture where a girl or a woman was holding a dirty shirt, and in the second picture, through the washing machine, she was holding a clean picture. But it failed. Guess why? Because the billboard everywhere else, we have the first picture on left and the second picture on right, but Gulf countries, they read and see the sequence of pictures from right to left. So because it was printed in, so now this is where, is it a controversy? No, it is not. It is a failure of understanding of the situation that you are going to market. So when we are talking about this, we cannot be irresponsible as brand managers, also as brand people, as marketeers. We cannot be irresponsible, and we have to be very sure of that how the market or the scenario or the trolling will happen, how things will go against you. So therefore, they don't have any other way but to be responsible, and everybody is responsible for their own self. I can't take responsibility of what Mr. Pandey is going to tell me. I can only take responsibility of what Mr. Pandey is going to say me and how I react to it.
Correct.
Right. And till the time it is in the favor of the brand or the objective of the brand you're doing, I think it's all right. बाकी political में कुछ नहीं कह सकता हूँ. I would not like to comment on that. Yep.
All right, sir. Sir, my next question to you is, how do you see the role of storytelling, especially when we are talking about branding and marketing of any product or services?
Okay. So do you want me to answer in context of the controversy marketing or generally?
General, sir.
General. Okay. So when we say what is a brand, brand is a story, right? Who's Harsh Pandey? He has a story to tell, right? Who's me? I mean, who's Rajiv Narang? So Rajiv Narang does this, but how did that happen? It started long ago, and then there is a story. So everyone has a story to share, right? And let's not forget, every time we have a textbook oriented conversation, it remains very plain and simple, and the whole listening process and the conversation process doesn't get processed by the listener. However, when you have a story being told, where you are going to say create a word and visualize it in front of somebody, the story takes shapes, and it takes bodies, and it becomes visuals, and people can now use, they are listening and they are also looking at things, they are visualizing, right? So that is where the story actually becomes very, very important and becomes the hero of your brand. So if a brand is so what is Amul's Butter's storyline? How do we relate to that Amul girl? We relate to that Amul girl, somebody who brings in the latest moment marketing creatives and communications that they do. That is the relationship we have with that story. Their stories, that is the story that somebody is saying. When we talk about any brand, we just talked about, say, the controversial brands that we've talked about, but then there is always a, what would I say? how would I say this? So let's take Gillette. Gillette, the best a man can get. Every time we relate to Gillette, despite these controversies that keep on happening or whatever happens, but every time we relate to Gillette, Gillette comes with a promise. Gillette comes with a promise to give the world class, top class Gillette, the number one, shaving systems. So if we relate to that, how did that happen? Because they created lots of stories around the usages, the applications, and the scenarios in which they were. You remember Sata Sat vectors? I mean, so it was Gillette's vectors, Sata Sat. How do I remember that? Because they created their communication with a story, with a situation over there. So it's very important to tell stories. More you tell, better it is, because then it will engage people. And today's mantra in social media, in the social media world, is all about engagement. How much you can engage people, that is what it is.
Correct, sir. Sir, I can say there's a lot more to learn from you, but today I don't want to take too much of your time. Moving to my last question of this session. Actually, I have got this question from one of my friends, and he's also a young entrepreneur. He's asking, what are the some tips you would like to offer to all the young entrepreneurs, how they should proceed with the marketing, and what are the some tips they must consider before?
Sorry, come again. Sorry, come again. I missed something.
I'm repeating. What are the some tips you would like to offer to all the young entrepreneurs, how they should proceed with the marketing, and what are the some tips they must consider before starting?
Very interesting. So I can't give you the complete list of tips because there are too many, but I think one thing is very, very basic. Every entrepreneur works with the idea, correct? Everyone says कि अच्छा मेरे पास एक idea है और उसको मैं काम करूँगा. However, it is very important that we believe that that idea is really, really what you believe in. It is not for making money. It is that you believe that this idea will work and it is going to work for somebody else, is going to solve a problem for somebody else, is going to give a solution for somebody else's problem. Then that idea has to be, has to be workable, and that is what is important. Second tip is that make sure that you are really, really so passionate about it that you are going to sustain yourself during the times of losses.
That's most
right. What happens is, so what happens is, I think it's a very good idea to make this pen. Everyone uses a pen, maybe now not really nowadays, but that is what I need to do. And when I do it, I know it is very good. But remember that you have to be passionate enough to say कि अगर मेरे को इसमें से काम करते हुए पैसा भी कुछ एक साल नहीं बनेगा तो भी मैं इसको करता रहूंगा, because मुझे पास बहुत सारे और ideas हैं. So point number 2 is that you have to be ready to continue and you have to have a passion for that. Third thing is that one has to be very sure is that idea is executionable. If that idea or whatever you're working on is not really executionable, उसको किया नहीं जा सकता. And fourth, that it is sustainable in terms of it is scalable. कि आप जब चाहें इसको धीरे धीरे करके बड़ा कर सके, वो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है. रही बात मार्केटिंग की, मार्केटिंग के लिए हमने पहले स्टेटमेंट सोचते थे कि हमने सुना है दैट जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, तो दिखते रहिए, वो बिल्कुल सच है. लेकिन मेरा दूसरा इसके साथ अब एड ऑन जो है, जो मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले भी बोला, दैट जो एंगेज करता है वही बिकता है. तो दिखते तो बहुत सारे लोग हैं, सोशल मीडिया इज फुल ऑफ सो मेनी कम्युनिकेशन, बट समबडी हु कैन रियली एंगेज एंड नॉट ऑलवेज ट्राई एंड सेल. सी, कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इट इज नॉट अबाउट कि आपने बस बेचने की बात करी, हर बार कहा ये खरीदो ये खरीदो ये खरीदो और वो आपके साथ एंगेज रहेगा. आई थिंक आप दिखिए, और दिखने के साथ साथ बीच में वो जरूर कुछ ऐसा करें दैट यू आर एबल टू एंगेज योर कस्टमर. आई थिंक दैट इज द ओनली मंत्रा. बाकी ऑफ कोर्स अधिक जानकारी के लिए मिस्टर पांडे से संपर्क करें.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really very wonderful advice, and also it was a kind of healthy conversation with you over the topic. Thank you so much, sir, for joining and giving your important time. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. All right.
On the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone.